In addition to the news, Hakim, has 80% of his properties with his mom, and he uses 20% to run the home. A lot of things in that regard, right? Which all of us are not there, to be honest, right? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Bertha and I film wholesome content. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the most trending issue, Hakim and his wife Hiba. Yeah, so if you're interested in this conversation, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Please also subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and please leave your comments about your thoughts, your view on the subject I'm about to talk about. I'll see you in the next slide. Welcome back. I first saw this news on Instagram. I think I saw it on Saturday, yes, because I went to the market with my sister on Saturday. No, I saw it on Friday night, yes, and on Saturday a lot was already happening, right? So when I saw this content, I read it, I shook my head and I smiled, then I moved on. In my mind, I was asking myself, how can I learn from such situation? Right? I mean, what is there for me to learn from here? Right? So I moved on. And then on Saturday, I went on Facebook and no, in fact, on my school WhatsApp group, a lot of people were mentioning Akim's name, XYZ, and I was still lost. So I asked my sister, what is going on with this Akim guy? And then she, referred me to what I read on Instagram the other day. What I read on Instagram the other day. And when I went on Facebook, I was seeing people, hailing Hakim. Hakim has done XYZ, he has done well, he should, And I also saw something very funny saying that Adam and Eve, right? Eve has one score against Adam. Delilah also has one score against something, and then Hakim has one score against his wife. Interesting comments, right? And I also heard people, saw people, read things about people, saying, yes, women deserve to be treated that way. You can't come with nothing and expect to, get and scam, a man. A lot of things were trending, right? The first question I asked myself was, these people we are even, talking about are not even Christians in the first place. So, in other words, they are not the example, we should be rejoicing over. Whatever be the case, right? Because unless you are not a Christian, please, if you are not a Christian, if you are not, all about having a godly kingdom marriage, then I guess this video is not for you, right? Then this video is definitely not for you. So I'm like, why are people celebrating, something that worked for a man, but that's not what it's supposed to be? Now, would I say that, before I even go on, let me state some facts. Now, Hakim is a soccer player. His wife, Hiba, is an actress, and both of them are wealthy. They got married in 2020 at the age of 19 for Hakim, and I learned the wife is 12 years older than him. They have 2 kids together, and his mom is a major part of the training issue. Now, according to what we have, it's alleged that Hakim cheated on his wife. There was an infidelity. I don't know what happened, and the wife is filed for a divorce. In addition, she's claiming half of his husband's property. Now, because this thing is even happening in a marriage context, right? It makes everything difficult to really talk about. And people were like, a lot of men, footballers in history have been duped because ladies claim, they are interested, I mean, I don't know. One question I also want to ask is that, is it the women who throw themselves at the men, you know, to get married to them, or they go choosing who to marry? This story is not in a Christian setting, or because in a Christian setting, you will never be taught that as a Christian lady, when you get married, you should claim for divorce, and in addition, claim half of his properties. I don't know where in Christianity that you'll be taught that, or if you are somebody who you are more focused on having a godly marriage, a kingdom marriage, right? You'd do that as a woman. Now, on the flip side as well, I don't think that any man who is who has a Christian marriage in mind, or who wants to have a godly marriage, a godly Christian marriage. Let me add Christian because that is the distinction between what is happening now. Now that is also not to say that there are Christian marriages that are not falling apart. They are. I know that there are principles to everything. If you are a Christian, you don't follow certain principles, what is supposed to happen will happen, right? Yeah. So it is actually what it's supposed to be, right? It is what it is. So I don't think that in any man that is also uh, you know um, wants to have a kingdom marriage as well, would also want to keep his properties in the name of his mom and all those things. I don't really think that is what will be the case. In addition to the news, Akim has 80% of his properties with his mom, and he uses 20% to run the home. A lot of things in that regard, right? Which all of us are not there, to be honest, right? None of us are there. We don't even have full story of whatever whatever is trending on social media. um Now this is my stand. It will be very evil of any woman to dupe his husband of properties, whether the husband got it through his hard work or they both worked for it together. I mean, now one thing we should also take note is that when marriage comes in view, a lot of things change, dynamics change, right? Now look at it this way: when a woman is not married and is having an affair with a man, the woman is in no way considered to have anything at all, anything. You are not regarded as his wife until you are married. So that married thing is not something to be played around with. Now somebody was in my comment section on YouTube, on Facebook, arguing that it is obvious Akim was lured into marriage, right? Or the lady lured Akim into marriage. I don't know. Now Akim did what was best for him in a situation. My point is that it is not the norm or how it's supposed to be. Akim has saved his life, and not his life. For me, I even believe that for Akim to trust his life in the hands of a woman, or anybody that, in this case a woman, his wife, that he cannot um, trust with his money. It is braveness right there, right? It is a lot of braveness right there. He can do anything with your life. He can do any She can do anything with your life because she has access to your life. So if she has access to your life, she doesn't have access to your money. Which of them is more important to you, right? Now in this case again, if they were saying Akim knew that marriage was not going to last and all those things, there was a claim that Akim used his mom for all his documentation or whatever, because he was underage. And when he got married, he didn't want to change it because he knew that his marriage was not going to last. Akim did what was best for him. We thank God for his life, we thank God for his properties, right? But when we are running with the fact that that is what should be done, or registering that in the minds of people. I mean, everybody have their opinions. You can have your opinion and have mine, right? If it were a brother or somebody that was scammed, I would understand and all those things. I'm like, I never wish that anybody will be scammed, right? Nobody. I never wish that for anybody. And in history, a lot of people have been, duped by their wives and all those things. Those things are real. My own take is that, please be very mindful of who you marry, right? We see, marriage to be on a silver platter where people, go in and go out in that manner, but it is actually different, or it takes a lot, right, to be married. I'm talking to people now who have heard how Hakim has treated his wife, or his wife has treated his husband, and they think that, oh, because I want money for my husband, let me just marry this rich person, right? And few years later, let me claim for divorce and claim half of his property. You will be a demon to do that. Honestly, you'll be a demon to do that. And on the other hand, the men should also not think that if I have money, I don't have to let my partner know about it. Where husbands will put their girlfriends' names, family relatives' names into document that even their wives in case are not there. So in this case, how about those aspects as well? Let's assume that uh Akim's mother died, right? Because Akim is the next of kin of his mom, everything will come back to Akim. What if Akim's mom died before the lady filed a divorce? It boils down to the same thing. Are you going to look for the next person to entrust your properties or your riches in? So what is the point in being with somebody you cannot trust in the first place? So the core issue is about focusing on getting the right person, somebody you can trust. Not just going out and get anybody because everybody is doing it, or because you feel pressured to do it, or because somebody is luring you to do it. It will be safe for people to know that the right way is actually to be sure of what you are doing. And one thing I also want to say is that, please and please, can we also consider the reasons why we enter into relationships and at large marriages as well? Can we do that? Can we do that? That is why we have the way the world do their things and the way Christians do their things. That is why we have the way ungodly worldly people do their things, and we have the way godly people do their things, right? Yeah. So I think that it all boils down to you knowing what you are putting yourself into. Your safety first. Your safety is very important. We have had issues where the one spouse has killed the other spouse because of money issues and all those things, which is not supposed to be the case, right? It is very dangerous to entrust your life in the hands of somebody you cannot trust, right? And hide your money. It is not being wise at all. You are brave to do that because anything could happen. We hear stories all the time. There are stories flying over all the time. So I think it is for us to be doing better in the future, not to be saying that, oh, that should be the case because Akim, not to be saying that because Akim did it, it will be okay for you to also do it. And not to be saying that because Akim did it, it's okay for the next person to also do it, which is wrong. The focus is about the long term, what people are psychologically getting into their system. There are exceptions to situations in everything, right? But that does not make it the norm. It doesn't make it the norm. People were talking about other footballers who have similar situations. They marry older women and this happened. Are there not other successful players that their marriages are flourishing? They are. So what are those ones doing that is causing them the trouble, or is bringing issues, tarnishing what marriage should represent, what marriage should look like? There are successful footballers. There are a lot of successful footballers, marriages, right? Yeah. So the focus should not be like, oh, footballers. So the question is, in that regard, is that what footballers should be doing, and is that what footballers' wives should also be doing? Right? It is about doing the right thing. Focus on being with the right person, and then doing the right. That's the best way. Not be saying that Akim, Adam scored, Eve has one score. Not saying that Eve has one score over Adam. Something Delilah has one score over, what's it called, something, and Akim has one score over his wife. It is going to take nobody nowhere. It is going to take nobody nowhere. Somebody was saying my post is not no expressing diversity, right? I mean, when I saw what people were running with, I'm like, bro, bro, right? I'm like, and being somebody who is very passionate about the family unit, and being somebody who is very passionate about the family unit, there's more to this thing. You are just focusing on the fact that because this thing has happened to a number of people, and their wives succeeded, right? It is good that Akim has done it, but the long term effect is that it is registering in the mind of people, to do that, even people who are Christians. That is the issue. Anyways, I think I have spoken much on this subject. My stand is to get in with the right person, know what you are about, and do things how things are supposed to be, and let's put marriage where and let's give marriage, see this thing, it is putting a lot of fear in people. It is triggering people's fears. It is painting a bad picture for marriages, or people who want to you know be married someday, right? It is more deep than we see it. When this singer died, the woman who sang Ekuweme, now it was terrible for everybody. Anyways, I think with this I've come to the end of my video. Please let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Please like this video, please subscribe, please share this video to other people to also watch as well. So with this I've come to the end of my video. Thank you guys for staying with me, and then see you guys in my next one. Bye. You ask people if they will do that to their partners, especially the husbands, if they will do that to their you ask people if they will do that to their wife, and they'll be like, no. Now the point is, where is the assurance? How is that an assurance? How?